Hello bells, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be tightening up micro locks. I'm going to show you how I do it. I do the 4-point rotation, sometimes 2, depending on how much new growth I have. Stay tuned, let's get right into it. We are actually going to tighten up our micro locks. I'm going to show you how I do it. I use the 4-point rotation or the 2-point rotation, just depending on the lock itself. As you can see, I need to which I just touched up my color. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get everything together. I just touched my color up like a month, right at about a month, because we're going to jump right into March, baby. Like my grandmother used to say, if I can get through January, if at the start of the year I can get through January and February, I can march my way through the rest of it. And this year has been very different. So anyway, what I start off with is 2 clips. Just regular hair clips. Sometimes I use my duckbill clips, but for the purposes intent of this video, I'm going to use these 2 because I'm just going to do the front. I use a rat tail comb like this with the metal end. I use my crochet needle as needed, depending on the locks. These are usually around the sides and the back of my head. I usually use my 1 needle. Look, I got a little baggie for this. Look, everybody in the house knows this is mine. Stay out of it. So this right here, the best tool I've ever used. I love it. I keep up with it because, which I got it from the local hair store. When I first started my locks, when I had the extensions in them. So it's a little gold tool. I like it because it's easy to use. They do make these bigger and they make them smaller. This size works for me. Let's get into it. So first thing I do is usually right in here, I don't really have any hairs because I try to keep the parts pretty straight. Like right here, you can see where it's kind of, and actually I'm gonna take my glasses off. Like some of the hairs kind of fuse over, they go over, but for the purposes of this video, we're gonna do these 2 right here. Yeah, so what I usually do when I have set ones I'm doing, like when I'm doing them row for row, whether I'm in the top of my head, the very back, and sometimes you're going to get hairs that are just kind of in there and there's nothing you can do about it. Because a lot of times I don't do these. I'm usually watching a movie, but again, I've been a hairdresser for 20 years. I know y'all like, okay, we get you a hairdresser, but I'm going to keep reminding you, baby. So because I've been a hairdresser so long, I can kind of feel, I've learned my head. It's important to learn your head. So I don't necessarily have to have a mirror when I do my micro locks. I can just feel it. So as you can see over the time, it'll be 2 years. I'm going to go ahead and say April the 1st. Because that's when I actually completed them. Even though I always say March 29th. But I got done around April 1st. So anywhere around there. So we almost at the 2-year mark, guys. And I'm super proud of the progress. So first thing I do, like this one here. In this instance, I use a duckbill clip. Because I don't want to use a regular clip. Because I don't want to, have a big clip on the locks because they are so small. So we're going to start off with this one here. Okay, this one's actually already kind of sectioned, as you can see. And sometimes there'll be especially when you get gray hair just kind of gets a mind of its own. And then I pin the one I'm going to do next out of the way. So with this lock, like I say, a little technique I learned, I get all the hair that I want in there. Sometimes, and I leave this out for the most part just because sometimes that's what they call the baby hair, and I don't want to cause too much on the scalp. But I take, for the ones that has a lot of hair out of it, I take that comb and I kind of go, and again, this is my technique. I kind of grab it up in there real good, kind of twist it a little bit. Okay. I take my needle like such. And again, I do it with the needle too. I will show that way. So whatever side I start on. So here I go this way. This way. Each time I do it different. The opposite side. Pull it through. And then this way. And sometimes when you feel, if you feel like there's too much tension, especially around the hairline or the very back, don't feel the need to rotate that another time, because A, you don't want over tension on the lock, and you don't want to cause any breakage or that lock to break. So in that case, I didn't necessarily need a 4-point rotation, so that was 3. I try to be mindful of the time before so that I can start from the next side the opposite time, if that makes sense. So if I start from this side this time, because like I'm keeping a mental note of it, then I'll start from here next time. And that just kind of worked. And I don't know if that's effective. It just has been for me, which is why I feel like they have stayed a little bit smoother. Okay. So once I do that, I'm going to pin that out of the way. We're going to undo this clip. And we're going to do the next lock. Except this time, instead of using the needle, I'm going to use the crochet hook here, crochet needle, to do this lock. Okay. Same thing. I just I stick it through. Now for the purposes, I'm doing a little bit slower so you can see it. I work through it, let it go. Take the needle, go loop it in there, pull through, go through the top. I still have, so now I'm gonna go on the opposite side. Okay, work it through, shut it, pull it through, bam. Now, there is enough room and it kind of gets that rope look, so I don't want that. So now, for the last rotation, I'm gonna go through the bottom. This technique I feel like really works for smaller locks and locks that this is too big for, which is why some people don't use these, because they don't like the thickness of it, which is why I only use these if it's been a while when I'm doing my locks. Now in this case, and we're done. So and like I say, the little gray hairs are just kind of wayward and they have a mind of their own. But I'm gonna actually, this lock that I just did with the crochet is a prime example of why this comes in handy. Because some of these I have to go in, like any loose hairs, I like to go in with this needle to just kind of straighten those up, clean them up real nice. It's not so bad at the top, but as I went down, I noticed that there were just a few that kind of was doing their own thing. And you can see I work really fast. I have bled with this thing because I done stabbed underneath my gel nails. And I think at the time, I don't even think I had my gel nails on. But I just kind of go in and I tighten up those loose ends. I go in through the locks like so. Getting any loose ones that were in that part of it. And just like I say, work my way down. And like, this is just a really quick video, guys. So just to kind of show you how I tight my locks, how I've groomed them. Yeah, it's just been a while since I've been on here, kind of showing you guys just updates. And I will say that the very first video that I presented on here on my YouTube channel, let me tell you, that is my most viewed video monthly. Other than like the food vlogs that I do, like when I'm cooking and trying different things, like that video is the number, it is by far the most popular video. When I get my analytics and they send me notifications, that is the video that always gets the most views monthly here as of recent. And I think it's because so many women are just kind of, I think they're just over the relaxers, the weaves, and I've done it all. Like recently I posted a photo on my Facebook page. And it was from 4 years ago. And I had a quick weave at that time and I was still doing relaxers. And I just remember looking at it and how cute it was. And I had my makeup on. And actually that was the day I filmed. It was a makeup video. And I was like, I miss my quick weaves. And it's just because like I would have my makeup on, lipstick. But baby, I be out here killing the game with these MicroLocs. Don't let me put my makeup on don't let me put clothes on, you know, because of course, you know, the image consulting and image and just beauty and all things pretty is my thing. So MicroLocs are, shoot, this is a force to be reckoned with. You know, so much you can do with them. And now that I have length, you know, I feel better about it. Now this one here is on the hairline. Like I said, I always leave this out here, but I just recently tightened this one up, I think, a little bit. But my hair with the oil that I made has been growing so fast that, yeah, sometimes I got to go in and tighten them up. So that was a 2-point. See, it made it like it when I first did that. If you notice, it was sticking up. So anyway, that concludes the video, guys. I just wanted to show you how I tighten those up, the 2 different techniques. What I do when I need to fix the ends to keep them from budding, because I like the budding process, that everything is part of the process, but that just kind of, you know, showed you. And yeah, I just shake them every day. I moisturize them really well, and put water on them. Because again, my locks are like little flowers and I have to take care of them. So until next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Get your bell to 300K subscribers. We in here. This is the year, baby. If you have any questions, let me know. As you can see, look at that. See the difference between these and the rest of them. So much better. So much better, honey. Till next time.